Sun cast a shadow, a digital line is coming over the mountain and over your mind. Double down your Bitcoin, hang on for the ride. We're moving into the future, one block at a time. We're moving into the future, one block at a time.
Welcome to Once Upon a Coin, documenting the ongoing history of blockchain and cryptocurrency. And as always, I'm your storyteller, Jason Cassidy. Today's story is about a legendary offering that the crypto industry's produced. And over the years, it's been a cryptonaut's best friend through the ups and downs, helping us navigate the ever-changing landscape of the blockchain world while keeping us updated on how much money we just made or lost. And it's about addictive as an app as it gets. And believe it or not, it's only become more popular over time. This is the story of CoinMarketCap. Episodes like this bring back fond memories, I gotta tell you. And few are fonder for me than cryptocurrency's leading price tracking website that is CoinMarketCap. To fully appreciate the impact that CoinMarketCap, or CMC, has had on the industry over the years, we really do need to go back in time to a bygone era in crypto. The year was 2013. Barack Obama was just kicking off a second term as US president, Disney's Frozen was absolutely killing it at the box office, and I was driving my roommates completely mental with constant talk about Bitcoin and its surging price. I purchased my first Bitcoin in March of that year, near the beginning of an incredible bull market that would help force crypto into the mainstream. And within a few days, I found myself constantly looking up the price of Bitcoin any way I could. Alas, most of my solutions for this were to head over to an exchange and look up the live price, which was fun enough at the time, I guess, since I was only concerned about Bitcoin, but even back then I knew this wasn't all that practical. A lot of early adopters of Bitcoin were facing this exact same challenge, and with the volatility of the currency, you really can't fault anyone for wanting to be updated on the constantly changing price of their newest investment. Enter CoinMarketCap. It was founded by an IT programmer named Brandon Ches in May of 2013, who, like a lot of us at the time, was simply looking for a reliable way of keeping track of the price of Bitcoin. His creation really took off and quickly became a fan favorite amongst an admittedly small group of true believers that existed back then. To give context to just how early this was, when I started using CMC back in the day, it had a total of 10 coins listed. That's it. There was no need to scroll down or search because what you saw is what you got. And it's also around this time period that a crop of new altcoins began popping up on the scene, bringing new mechanics and use cases on the blockchain. If you were open to it, there was now a handful of other potentially viable options to invest into outside of Bitcoin. At the time, I myself had some Litecoin, Namecoin, and Purecoin in addition to Bitcoin, so CMC was very useful to me. CoinMarketCap gave you plenty of information on your favorite coin, from real-time pricing data to historical information, plus key metrics that were relevant to astute investors. Charts, exchange listings, and much more could now all be found in one place.
If you're going to enter the head-spinning twilight zone that is crypto, the least the industry can do is to offer you the tools to try and make sense of it all.
It was really helpful to sort of look at CoinMarketCap and try to get an idea of how historically tokens have behaved during, let's say wars, or let's say things like interest rate cuts and inflation.
And this is, of course, essential for anyone in the space, whether new or OG. And this is really because having a comprehensive overview of the market is important due to price, market capitalization, volume, percentage changes, all being key data points to learn, to understand, and to track what's happening in the space.
You can't go wrong with CoinMarketCap and sort of the information they put together.
The more accessible the crypto market is to the average person, the closer we'll get to that mythical unicorn called mass adoption.
As 2014 hit, ushering in a prolonged crypto winter due to the fallout of Mt. Gox, CMC continued to add new coins as they came to market. And they rounded out the site with features like a calculator so you could find out how much your bag of coins was worth. These small additions that the site added over time were a wise choice. Any information or useful tools that a user would go to another site for were now fair game for CMC to add themselves. As the bear market continued through 2015 and 2016, the site just kept chugging along, improving the vetting process behind getting a new coin listed, plus giving users more information on their favorite crypto to help better understand the market behind it. It's worth noting that there were other coin tracking sites popping up by 2016, but few of them could match the aura or mystique that CMC had by virtue of being the first to do it, and to do it right. This is probably why it was 2016 when they created and released their first public API, allowing others to tap into CMC's secret sauce. The site was already being referenced by mainstream media giants like CNBC and Bloomberg, but its impact was growing so much that even world governments began to use it to conduct their own research. As the ICO or initial coin offering era began in crypto, CoinMarketCap had to face the challenge of introducing not hundreds, but thousands of new coins and tokens coming to market. The advent of the ERC-20 standard built on Ethereum meant that the difficulty of creating your own coin or token was now greatly reduced, helping ushering in a plethora of new users and with them, some serious capital. This created a seismic shift in the landscape, and if you've been around since the early days, you felt it. Back in 2013, there was really only a handful of semi-serious blockchain projects outside of Bitcoin, so for CoinMarketCap, it was really just a matter of getting them all listed so they had something of substance to draw people in. But by the time the calendar had flipped over to 2017, there were now literally dozens of new coins coming to market every single day. Long gone were the days where you could simply contact CoinMarketCap, let them know you created a new coin, and see it listed several hours later. No. Now you had to go through a much more stringent vetting process as more and more scams were coming to market, mostly due to the incredible amount of money that new projects were making. Getting listed on CoinMarketCap was now vitally important, as you were basically invisible to the industry without it, given just how often it was referenced. The general consensus had evolved to the point where if your coin wasn't listed on CoinMarketCap, there was probably something wrong with your project, and it should be avoided at all costs.
The data is cited by everyone from researchers and analysts to media and founders pitching to VCs.
If you're not listed on CoinMarketCap, that does make people think. Mostly because of its reputation for accurate data.
Up until this time, CMC had managed to steer clear of any real controversy or negative spotlight, but that all changed in a big way on January 7th, 2018. Having a suspicion there was serious price manipulation happening on some South Korean exchanges as it pertained to the price of Bitcoin, founder Brandon Ches made a fateful decision. And what was that decision? For CoinMarketCap to change the way they calculated the price of Bitcoin by removing some of the prices on major exchanges like Bithumb. This event helped mark the very top of the bull market, which had reached a peak valuation of $830 billion when measured by total market cap. Unintended consequences resulted from Chez's removal of some of the top crypto exchanges' pricing of Bitcoin, which spooked much of the market given that to many of its participants it appeared to be a sudden drop in the price of BTC. This created a chain reaction of panic selling, helping trigger a new crypto winter in which the bear would come out of hibernation for a lengthy 18-month period before things would start to improve again in the crypto world. Despite this fiasco, the site continued to grow its reach, this time into the smartphone industry when it launched its first iOS app in May. And by August, they had also released their first professional API, finally giving the institutional market something to work with as well. While 2018 was a pretty brutal year for the crypto industry, with CMC and Chez getting at least part of the blame for that misery,
"You're very bad. Very bad."
the site still did manage to end the year on a high note when it reached 3.6 billion paid views by December. In April of 2019, CoinMarketCap released its app for the Android device, so now pretty much anyone under the age of 60 could get their price checking fix. After the debacle from 2018's Bitcoin price reporting change, unsurprisingly, CoinMarketCap wanted to be seen as an industry steward, one that would help usher in new levels of accountability and transparency when it came to price reporting. This led them to forming the Data Alliance, which would actively work to help safeguard the industry against issues that led to the aforementioned pricing disaster. And just 1 month later, they turned heads again when they acquired Hashtag Capital, a crypto trading fund. They weren't done though, because in November, CoinMarketCap hosted its first ever crypto conference dubbed The Capital. Suffice to say, CoinMarketCap was making waves and was now drawing attention from some serious players. Just how serious? Well, in April of 2020, none other than Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange at the time, acquired CoinMarketCap. This was a mammoth-sized event, the biggest crypto tracking site teaming up with the biggest crypto exchange on Earth. Oh baby.
CoinMarketCap is one of the leading analytics sites the average person can see. I think one of the best moves by the company Binance was to acquire CoinMarketCap. I think it was for $400 million a few years ago, but they have that in their network. And it's the best site for analytics that are understood by an average person. And you can look up 10,000 different coins. Their data tracking system is the best, and I still use it today.
As you might expect, after the deal went down, CoinMarketCap saw some serious upgrades and tweaks to its interface. For starters, they added an NFT listing page, so now non-fungible token fans also had a reason to call CoinMarketCap their home. Project event and airdrop calendars, all the information on the newest coin sales, price estimations, a crypto heat map, you name it, they added it. All this hard work ended up paying off, because by the end of 2021, the site had amassed a ludicrous 13.2 billion page views. And it's only grown from there, hitting 340 million page views in a month in June of 2022. And the site just keeps adding more and more features to this very day, which is kind of what you'd expect when you've got the backing of a heavyweight like Binance. And they've got a pretty active YouTube channel going if you're curious and want more CoinMarketCap content in your life. To be fair, there have been some criticism and concerns though. Some people aren't too thrilled about a major power like Binance coming in and taking over which was previously an independently run and vital resource that is CoinMarketCap. And since Binance finds himself in a lot of hot water these days, those concerns could end up being very well founded in the end.
Yeah, just moments ago, the SEC filed charges against Binance and its founder, CEO, CZ, which he's known for. There are technically right now 13 charges, but they really just boil down to 3 points. The first point is that they're claiming that the Binance is functioning as a securities market or unlawfully functioning as a securities market. The second charge, according to them, is offering unregistered crypto assets. And then the third point is misleading investors.
As of this recording, things aren't looking too hot for Binance, but we'll have to wait to see how things play out in the future before we render a final verdict. And regardless of what happens to Binance, I'd like to think that CoinMarketCap will live on in some format, given that it's been with us for over a decade now, having lived through some pretty scary moments. So there's every reason to believe that it'll be with us for many, many more years to come. I hope you enjoyed today's stroll down memory lane. Until next time, have fun and enjoy life, my friends. I'll be back soon with another incredible story to tell you.